Beginning today, there may be a little more hope in the battle against this pandemic. The FDA Advisory Panel is expected to meet today to discuss whether to recommend emergency use authorization of the Pfizer vaccine. Now, both Canada and the UK have already approved it. This comes as the nation reported more than 3,000 deaths for the first time yesterday. That brings the total number of COVID-related deaths to over 289,000 in this country. Nearly 15.4 million Americans have been infected. Dr. Anthony Fauci warned last week that cases would skyrocket after millions traveled for the Thanksgiving holiday. And now a record 106,000 Americans are hospitalized, and close to 21,000 are in the ICU. That is according to the COVID Tracking Project. So Debra Alfarone is joining us now from Washington. So Debra, you know, everyone's hoping for good news after today. The real question is just how soon could we be hearing from the FDA about their decision on the Pfizer vaccine?
Well, the meeting starts in about 2 hours, Anne-Marie, and it's expected to go until 5 p.m. Eastern. And what they'll do is they'll talk, the team of scientists will talk about the clinical trials. They're also going to talk about what happened in the UK when a couple of people ended up getting some severe allergic reactions after getting the vaccine. And if everything goes according to plan, fingers crossed, we could hear back by the end of the day.
The coronavirus vaccine could be just days away.
If it helps, then I would definitely try it.
Today, an independent advisory committee will vote on whether or not to recommend the Pfizer vaccine for emergency use by the FDA.
These independent scientists will, they'll debate it, they'll discuss it, they'll see a lot of detail, and then they'll vote.
Nearly 3 million doses could be shipped across the country this week if the committee gives its approval.
Colorado's first allocation should be 46,800 doses.
New York expects the initial allocation of 170,000 doses.
The committee will likely look at the United Kingdom, where the same vaccine rolled out earlier this week. 2 healthcare workers with a history of serious allergies had reactions after being vaccinated.
This is something that we should expect. News to come out every day of people reacting differently to what is basically a brand new biotech public health weapon.
England's National Health Service said both people recovered after treatment, but regulators now recommend those with a history of severe allergies hold off until it's fully investigated.
I do see patients who have vaccine allergies. Usually those are patients who have had a reaction to a component of the vaccine, such as gelatin or latex.
Canada approved the Pfizer vaccine yesterday. Citizens there can expect to start receiving shots next week.
So we all know, Debra, that, when it comes to the Pfizer vaccine, the amount of vaccine that's going to be distributed, it's very small. It's definitely not going to be enough for not even all of the frontline workers. But Dr. Anthony Fauci noted that there are 5 other vaccine candidates in the pipeline. What do we know about those other candidates?
Yeah, and so that gives us even more hope, right? So Moderna is the next one up, and we're thinking that's going to be reviewed and potentially approved by the FDA by the end of the month. Still, there are other ones as well. So there's Johnson & Johnson, AstraZeneca, Janssen, and Novavax, and they're all in late-stage trials. Those are expected to be potentially approved early next year. Even so, we're going to be waiting quite a while. There's a lot of people that need to get these vaccines first. Of course, the healthcare workers, the frontline healthcare workers, people who are elderly, people with underlying conditions. So it's going to be a while before it's all rolled out, even with those 5. And again, not all of them are approved. But today is a big step forward. Let's hope that we have, when we talk tomorrow morning, we're talking about the rollout.
Yeah, I like what you said. Just reminding people, this is great news. We are taking big steps forward, but in the meantime, mask, wash your hands, social distancing. You still got to keep doing that stuff. Debra Alfarone, thank you so much.